I walked away from my childhood home knowing 14 of our cats were still buried there. I saw someone ask what to do when you have to move but your pet is buried in the backyard. And I just stopped because I've been through that. Just not with one pet, with 14 cats and my dad. I'm the only child. When I was young, my mom cheated on my dad and left us. After that, it was just me and him in that house for 25 years. He never remarried. He didn't say I love you much, but he showed it. Making sure I ate, fixing things, leaving the hallway light on at night like he was protecting something. He also loved animals. The first time I brought home a stray cat, I thought he'd say no. Instead, he said, if it found us, it belongs here. That's how one cat became 14. Some stayed for years, some didn't. But we loved every single one like family. When they passed, we buried them in the backyard, together. He was always gentle, always quiet, like he was saying goodbye in his own way. That corner of the yard became something special. Every morning, I'd look at it from the balcony. When it rained, I'd say, they hated water. They must be so cold. He'd smile and say, they're not cold, they're home. 6 months ago, my dad had a stroke. One day he was there, and the next he wasn't. The house felt empty in a way I can't explain. His chair was still there, his cup, the light he always left on. I stopped turning it off because some part of me kept thinking he might come back. But life didn't stop. There were debts, bills, things I couldn't handle alone. I tried to keep the house, but I couldn't. I had to sell it. And that's when it really hit me. I wasn't just leaving a house, I was leaving my dad and my cats. My first thought was, I have to take them with me. I even thought about digging them up. It felt like if I didn't, I was abandoning them. But one evening, I stood in the backyard and everything felt alive. I could almost see the cats running again, hear my dad calling them, see him standing by the door watching them. That's when I realized this wasn't just where they were buried. This was their home. This was where they lived and were loved. And I didn't want my last memory to be bones in the ground. I wanted to remember them alive, warm, happy. So I made the hardest decision of my life. I left them there. On my last day, I stood in the backyard one last time. I closed my eyes and imagined all 14 cats running and playing again, and my dad standing there, watching them, peaceful. When I walked out and closed the gate, it didn't feel like I was leaving them behind. It felt like I was leaving them together. I still miss them every day, but I remember what he said. They're not cold, they're home, and I choose to believe him.